Blackburn running things for us now at Learfield headquarters in Jefferson City. Kathy, if Mizzou's going to spring the upset here, snap a 5-game losing skid, what do you think needs to happen?
Mizzou's got to be very aggressive on offense and score the 3-ball against one of the best 3-ball defending teams in the country. Not let this pace get out of control. Oklahoma wants to play the racetrack. Mizzou's got to be smart in their shot selection. They like to run as well, but they can't get hurried up.
Felicia Grentner's our lead official today. She's flanked by Frank Steratore and Kristen Bell in the stripes. Mizzou in the home white uniforms, the black numerals, black Mizzou across the chest, going from right to left. As Kathy and I look at and describe the action to you, Oklahoma in the crimson or red uniforms, the white Oklahoma across the chest and the white numerals. Beers controls the opening tip, and we're underway on senior day at Mizzou Arena. Right elbow Verhulst for the Sooners. Right short corner Williams, skip it left side Van, touch it left corner Chavez, shot fake, got the D in the air, gets to the wing, elevates from mid-range and hits it. And just like that, one of the best freshmen in the country is on the board.
She's so fluid with the basketball.
2-0 OU. Mizzou's opening possession now. Reisma at the top of the arc. Right wing to Tyler. Top of the arc to Smith. Left wing reversal. Shark has space. Fires for 3 in the lead. It's short. Rebound Oklahoma.
Good possession. Ball just did not drop.
Van at the other end up the far sideline, left to right to Verhulst on the block. Whips it across the key to Beers, who missed the layup from the right block. Rebound Reisma for Mizzou.
Beers faded away on the shot a little bit.
Here comes Tyler, left wing, Slaughter about 25 feet out. Top of the arc, Tyler to the high post. Reisma, Jordana faces the bucket, gives it left wing. Tyler has space for 3 in the lead. It's good. The senior, Sanaya Tyler, makes it 3-2 Mizzou.
Mizzou controlling the tempo in the half-court offense by being very deliberate.
High-low feed, Williams to Beers in low, didn't miss that layup. And there's that high-paced offense from Oklahoma, getting a bucket, 4-3 OU.
Oklahoma had everybody outside the arc except Beers. That gave her an ISO inside.
8:38 to go first quarter. Sooners with a 1-point lead. Mizzou with the ball. Reisma just inside 3, gives to a cutting Smith in the paint. Kicks it back out. Reisma will try a top of the arc 3. It's short. Rebound Oklahoma. Verhulst will bring it up the middle of the floor. Plays it left side to Williams. Left corner Van. Back to Williams. Top of the arc Verhulst. Reverse it right wing to Chavez. Top of the arc Beers. Not really an outside threat. Gives it left wing to Van. Left side Williams, top of the arc Verhulst, right over to Williams, or rather Chavez, right wing rhythm 3 is good. Aaliyah Chavez with 5 early points. Oklahoma leads it 7-3 about 2 minutes in.
The great players make it look effortless. She has a very fluid jump shot.
Tyler walks it up right to left for the Tigers, hands to Schreck on the right wing, top of the arc Reisma. Hands it left wing now to Smith. Smith off a screen to the top of the arc, hands to Slaughter. Grace driving on Verhulst, cut off on the wing. Now tries again with the right hand, up and under with the left, about 15 feet out. Off the backboard on the rim, no. Rebound Verhulst ahead to a streaking Williams, beats the D down the floor, lays it in. 9-3 Oklahoma, 7:35 to go in the first.
Oklahoma leaking out. That's the pace they like to play at off the defensive boards.
And nobody plays faster than Oklahoma. They have the most possessions per game in the nation. Reisma left elbow for Mizzou down 6. Right wing to Slaughter. Grace fakes left, goes hard right, stops on the wing, gives to Reisma, to Schreck. Left wing reversal Tyler. Left corner Jayla Smith will try a 3, and it's off the side of the backboard. Rebound Beers for OU.
Tigers getting the ball reversals and the looks that they want.
Van right wing, drive into the corner, tries to kick it left corner. Chavez saves it inbounds to Verhulst, out top to Williams, wide open 3. It's online and trickles off the iron. Offensive board Beers, bounce to Chavez in the corner. Left wing Verhulst will try it. Strong from 3, rebound Reisma for Mizzou. Quick outlet ahead up the near sideline. Slaughter now on Mizzou's left wing, down 9-3. Reverse it around to the right wing to Schreck. Thought about it, now jabs left off a pick. Gets in the paint on Williams and dishes it left side to Tyler. Tyler off a screen, has space. She'll try it again and make it again. 2 threes for Tyler early on her senior day.
Nice looks by Tyler, not forcing anything, getting it in rhythm.
Oklahoma ball, leading 9-6, 6:28 to go first quarter. Williams top of the arc for the Sooners. Picks up her dribble, gives it to the high post to Beers, around Tyler, hands to Verhulst. Picks up her dribble. Overhead pass right side to Van. Van against Schreck. Shot clock under 10. Drive and a dish left side. Williams will have space for a 3 and knock it in. Sahara Williams, just a 23% three-point shooter. That one was pure, though, and the Sooners are back up 6.
Tigers gave her just a little too much room to see it.
6 minutes to play first quarter. Dowell again coming off the bench for the first time today. Will sub in next head ball. Slaughter off a screen. Top of the arc 3. Nope. Clangs off to the left. Rebound OU. Here come the Sooners. Quick kick ahead, left side. Van hesitates, now drives into the paint on Tyler. Elevates from 10 feet out. Nope, off the back of the rim. Rebound Reisma for Mizzou.
Nobody's going to get bored with this pace.
12-6 Oklahoma, Mizzou ball. Tyler has all of Mizzou's points so far, gives it off. Reisma at the top of the arc. Right wing to Smith. Off a screen to her left to the free throw line. Now picks up the rock, gives to Reisma right block against Beers, challenging her in the paint. And Beers sticks her hands in there and ties her up. Kelly Harper and company were hoping for a foul call, but it's ruled a jump. The possession arrow does keep it with Mizzou. As I mentioned, Shannon Dowlin, Mizzou's second leading scorer on the season. 5'10 junior from O'Fallon, Illinois, averaging 15 a game. And Chloe Sotel coming off the bench for the first time since November, the 6-foot sophomore wing from Stamford, Connecticut. Those two replacing Tyler and Reisma. The senior Jayla Smith also subs out as Dow off the inbound goes right to work, couldn't hit the runner. Rebound Oklahoma. Rika Toman early minutes, 6-foot freshman out of Hungary who played great at South Carolina. OU ball, backup post player in there. That is Brooklyn Stewart, a 6'3 freshman. She gives to Chavez in the corner, touching around to Verhulst now, top of the arc. Left wing Van, back to Verhulst. Verhulst holds the ball high over her head and now hands it back to Van. Shot clock under 10. Van covered by Toman. Off the dribble, goes to her right. Now on Dow, spins with 3 to shoot 2. Knifes into Dow, stumbling, throws it up short. Rebound, Sotel for Mizzou. Outlet, Toman wasn't ready for it. It goes right behind her and out of bounds. And Oklahoma gets it right back. But first a break. 4:46 to go first quarter. OU 12 and Mizzou 6. And this is Mizzou women's basketball on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield. Alabama that Mizzou will have to play. Alabama almost definitely a tournament team and a team that won here in Columbia back in January. We will obviously continue to monitor that score for you. Verhulst tries to inbound near sideline for Oklahoma, Sotel taps it out of bounds.
Just like any individual game in the SEC, anything can happen.
Seems like it. Verhulst top of the arc off the inbound now, gives it to Stewart right elbow, right back to Verhulst. Contested 13-footer short, offensive rebound Verhulst. She zips it back out to Chavez. To Stewart, back to Chavez, top of the arc. Shot fake, drive to her right, elevates from 17. In and out that time. Rebound Dow for Mizzou. Shannon weaves her way into the front court. Now stops just beyond the midcourt stripe. Give it to Slaughter, top of the arc. No points yet for Grace, trying to change that. Deep three is online, but off to the left at the last moment. Rebound Oklahoma.
Sotel had a hand on it, but couldn't bring it down.
Van at the other end, quickly to the corner. Kicks it out to Verhulst, wide open left wing three. It's good. And Oklahoma with its largest lead, up 15-6, 4 minutes to play first quarter.
What's so impressive about their offense is the number of touches, the unselfish play, and how they'll go for a greater pass to get the greatest shot.
OU leads the SEC in assists, top 5 in the nation in that department. Dow for Mizzou, right wing to Toman, one bounce and a give to Dow. Shannon attacks, gets around the D to the cup. Verhulst late, comes to alter the shot, forced the miss. The rebound tapped out of bounds by Dow, and it's going to be Oklahoma basketball. Boy, it looked like Dow had the path to the bucket, but Verhulst stuck a hand in there just in time.
Dow's so good at getting inside, but wasn't able to finish.
Sooner ball in their front court now. This is Kaya Smith, 6'1 sophomore from Oklahoma City. Van back to Smith, to the post. Verhulst, actually short corner, drives on Toman, spins at the block, leans in, hooks it up, missed it strong. Rebound tap to Van, one of the smallest people on the floor, and she gets the putback. And Mizzou continuing to struggle on the boards these last handful of games, forcing Kelly Harper to take a time. Maines and Avery Kroenke at guard spots. As this Mizzou team is easily dealt with the most injuries in the SEC all year.
Then you're forcing Schreck, Sotel, and Grace Slaughter all under 6'2", to go against 6'5", 6'6", 6'4".
Right. Mizzou ball out of the timeout, trailing by 11 here in the first quarter. Sotel at the top of the arc, covered by Chavez. Still dribbling side to side there. Gives it to Reisma on the bounce pass, left elbow. Hand off to Dow, top of the arc. Dow can't turn the corner, and that's because she was bumped by Beers, says our lead official, Felicia Grittner. And that's foul number 1 on Beers.
Beers tried to hedge the screen and roll. Dow doing a great job using his shoulder of her teammate to get by and create the contact.
Tyler, who has all of Mizzou's points so far and a couple of three-pointers, checks back into the game now, replacing Schreck. Dow will inbound on the far sideline in the Mizzou front court, trying to find Slaughter. Chavez making it tough, so he looks for Sotel. It's tapped into the backcourt, and there it's tracked down by Slaughter. Back to midcourt to Dow. Dow now on the right wing with the waist-high dribble. Gives it right side Slaughter, high post Reisma. Jordana to the top of the arc to Sotel. Chloe off a screen, has space to shoot, but it's an illegal screen. And it's set by Reisma. That's her first personal foul.
Got to give some credit to Sahara Williams right now. Grace Slaughter has not scored yet, and that's because of that defensive presence of Williams.
4-minute-plus scoring drought for Mizzou. Oklahoma with the ball and an 11-point lead. Chavez right wing to Williams, back out top to Chavez. Reverse it left wing to Smith. Smith goes hard to her right, gets in the paint. Tyler from behind pokes it away to Dow. Here comes Mizzou with numbers if they hustle. Dow middle of the floor, into the paint, into a 10-foot runner off the glass and in. First points for Dow, and it ends the Mizzou scoring drought.
Should do some maneuvering and a great crossover to finish.
Right back the other way. Chavez to head to Williams. Couldn't hit the runner in traffic. Offensive Williams. Put back. Stewart missed it. Another offensive board. Put back no, but a foul. So 2 free throws in response coming for Oklahoma. Foul on Sotel was her first.
2 more offensive rebounds for the Sooners. They're pounding the glass. When the shot goes up, Mizzou's had to have some help side D come over. You've got to still screen off your man.
Williams. Honorable mention all Big 12 a couple of seasons ago. She has started her entire career with the Sooners. Makes the first foul shot. She's also a member of the United States Senior National 3-on-3 team. So has the ability to operate in that kind of faster pace setting. Makes both free throws. 7 early points for Williams. Makes the score 19-8 Sooners with about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tyler brings it up right to left, now on the far right wing, top of the arc. Reisma dribbles to her left, gives it left wing to Dow. Shot fake on a triple, tries to drive, can't turn the corner, so she steps back to an 18-footer. Good. Shannon Dow now with 4 points. It's 19-10. Here comes OU. Chavez long outlet. Nobody's back on Beers. Wide open layup. And that is Oklahoma basketball in a nutshell right there.
Yeah, it's defensive board, 1 pass to the big run in the floor.
Well, and I mean, Reisman's not 100%. You just got to get back. You can't let anybody in red behind you, right?
Correct.
Paint touch, Slaughter in deep. Shot is blocked, but a foul. Stewart, good shot blocker. In fact, tied for the OU team lead in blocks. She was clean up top, but a little bit of the body, it appeared. Her first personal. And we will see Grace Slaughter go to the line looking for her first points of the day.
Well, you can't say enough about Jenny Baranachek, what she's done with this team. Between here and Drake, she's been in the tournament now, or they've had 20 wins, 10 out of the 11 last years.
Slaughter makes the first, so she's on the board. Again, averaging a team best 19 points, 7 rebounds per game. Likely going to move into the top 10 in terms of single season scoring in Mizzou women's basketball history today. Second free throw is also in there. She's 3 away from that top 10. Quick outlet the other way for Oklahoma. Finds Keziah Lofton, 6-foot freshman from Bethany, Oklahoma. Right wing to Verhulst, top of the arc. Beers, a 19-footer. Rainbows off to the right. Fight for the rebound down low is tapped out of bounds off of Oklahoma. Mizzou gets it back, trailing 21-12 with 1:16 to play first quarter.
Mizzou's still not able to screen them off, but able to get a team rebound that goes out of bounds. That's progress.
Take what you can get. Tyler brings it up for Mizzou, hands it left wing to Dowell. Dowell off a pick to her right, still at the top of the arc against Van. Drives, bowls into her, gets to the block, leans in and scores. And Dowell starting to take over. She's got 6 points. Mizzou back within 7.
She's doing some nice things with her dribbling.
Under a minute to go first quarter. Lofton right wing for the Sooners. Bounce at high post to Williams. High-low look, Beers around Reisma, lays it in. The All-American Beers with 6 points.
That was a beautiful feed. I mean, she turned around, she knew right where Beers was and put the ball above everybody.
OU an elite offense, 87 a game. Mizzou last in the SEC in terms of points allowed. Reisma right wing for Mizzou, down 9 to a cutting Dow, bobbles the pass, retrieves it right elbow and goes right in on Williams. Underneath the bucket, tries to pass it out of there, and she got whacked by Sahara Williams. I thought a couple times, and finally the whistle comes in, and the foul on Williams is her first.
Dow able to use those handles and be very creative and get herself to the bucket.
Sotel subs out. And some confusion on who else is coming out for Mizzou. It's going to be Tyler, Schreck, and Jayla Smith in for Mizzou. Tiger ball, 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. Oklahoma leads 23-14. Dowell needs some help on the inbound. Barely gets it to Reisma left wing. Handed off to Smith. Jayla dribbles it out of a traffic jam to the top of the arc. Reisma now at the left elbow. Gives it to Slaughter on the left wing. Jabs right, goes hard left. Off balance, lefty jumper, no, but a foul. 2 more free throws coming for Grace Slaughter, who is covered too tightly by Keziah Lofton. That's her first personal.
Slaughter able to use that quick, long first step, and then when she's landing with 2 feet, leaning in to draw some of the contact with the defenders.
So Oklahoma has led by as much as 11 in this first quarter. Right now it's a 9-point game as Slaughter tries to cut into that, and she does, hits the first. And Mizzou's going to clear some folks off the free throw line. Jayla Smith will be the only one in for Mizzou. The Tigers also last in the league in offensive rebounding, but some of that is by choice. They just don't want to risk picking up fouls or giving up transition buckets, especially against this team. Slaughter, go ahead.
Sorry, Brad. In the SEC, if you don't have defensive transition, it's a long night.
Slaughter subs out after that free throw make, replaced by Toman. 23-16 Oklahoma, shot clock's off. 12 seconds to go first quarter. They could probably just leave that shot clock off in this game, honestly. Left wing Chavez, couple dribbles, picks it up, top of the arc lob to Verhulst, shot fake with 5, got the D in the air, dribbles, no look pass across the key to Beers. Left block layup is in, and that is probably a fitting end, to be honest, to this first quarter. Oklahoma's offense has been led the nation in field goal percentage last year at Cleveland State, leading Mizzou in that department this year. Still a double-figure score, which again, against that bigger competition that Kathy touched on, that's not an easy thing to do. Oklahoma ball as we start the second quarter. The Sooners leading by 9. Left corner, Van. Back to Verhulst. Give it to Williams, top of the arc, to Verhulst left wing. 3-ball up and short this time. Rebound. Reagan Beers had it for a moment and then is tied up by Schreck. Good work by Abby to stick her nose in there, and Mizzou gets the ball on the possession arrow.
Tigers went to zone action that time and were able to do a better job of guarding the paint.
Dowell, Slaughter, Reisma, Schreck, and Smith, the 5 Tigers out there. Dowell with the rock, top of the arc for Mizzou. Dribbles to her right, challenging Chavez, leans in, draws the contact, and an offensive foul call. The Mizzou bench wasn't sure about that one. Chavez takes the charge. The foul on Dowell is her first.
Dowell didn't like the call either. It certainly didn't seem like she was set long enough.
Dowell has come in with her hair on fire offensively, very aggressive. Has scored 6 points, but there commits her first foul. Oklahoma ball, right wing Verhulst. Right short corner, Williams. Give it out top, Chavez will dial it up from deep off the back of the rim. Long rebound. Reagan Beers has it along the far sideline. Gives it to Van, who walks up to the line and shoots it. Rattles off. Rebound, Verhulst taps it, but Schreck has it for Mizzou. Tigers down 9, early second period. Dowell, little contact there, and the ball goes out of bounds, and no whistle except to signal that the ball's out of play. So Mizzou turns it over. Sooners get it back.
Mizzou's been taking care of the ball, but a careless turnover there.
Couple tough trips for Dowell. Was hoping for better whistles. Left elbow Beers for Oklahoma, leading 25-16. Verhulst at the top of the arc to the high post to Williams. She'll shoot it from mid-range. Strong rebound, Dowell for Mizzou. Tigers keeping it within single digits here as Oklahoma has struggled lately shooting from the field. Left wing handoff. Schreck has space for a 3. Airball was online, but way strong. Rebound Oklahoma.
Tigers are in range, but they're coming up with a lot of empty possessions down the stretch of the second quarter.
Right wing Van, she'll try it from 3 over Dowell. That won't go. Both teams cold early. Offensive rebound again, though. Verhulst in the paint. Steps back to a 13-footer and hits it. Verhulst with 5 points. 27-16 OU.
A nice fadeaway shot by her, using her footwork to move and separate from the defender.
8:05 to go first half. Mizzou ball, Reisma, top of the arc. Gives it left wing back to Dowell. Dowell to the post, Reisma turns on Beers. Now backs her in with the right hand across the paint. Kicks it out to Slaughter. Open look at a right wing 3, in and out as Mizzou continues to struggle from 3. Rebound Oklahoma. Van right wing, top of the arc Beers. Left side Verhulst wide open. Triple up and short. Rebound Dowell. Chavez had a ball for a moment from behind, but Dowell controls. Long outlet Slaughter. Shot fake on Verhulst and then lays it up and in. First field goal for Slaughter. She's got 6 overall. Mizzou down 9. Quick outlet the other way. Chavez right wing shot fake. Pull up 17-footer off the bounce. Strong. Rebound. Tap to Williams for Oklahoma. And then back to Verhulst.
Schreck trying to keep Beers off the board, but it's so difficult.
Van blows by Schreck. Layup. Reisma alters the shot. Forces the miss on the left hand. And Reisma comes down with the rebound as well. Good to have Reisma back as a presence down there. Mizzou has desperately needed. She's missed 5 of the last 6 games due to injury. Reisma
trying to keep Beers off the
Beers stealing off Slaughter, lays it in. 10 points for Beers, 29-18 Oklahoma.
Well, in transition, they're going 4 out. They're putting Beers in the paint. Beers is coming up mid-paint and able to hold off the defender for the lob.
Shannon Dowell on the left wing. Picks up her dribble, gives it top of the arc to Reisman. Bounce it right elbow, Slaughter. Kick it back out top. Reisman has space. She'll try a three. Out it's in. First points for Reisman. It's a triple. 29-21 Oklahoma. Quick outlet back the
paint and able to hold off the defender for the lob.
Shannon Dow on the left wing. Picks up her dribble, gives it top of the arc to Reisman. Bounce it right elbow, Slaughter. Kick it back out top. Reisman has space. She'll try a three. Out it's in. First points for Reisman. It's a triple. 29-21 Oklahoma. Quick outlet back the
paint and able to hold off the defender for the lob.
Shannon Dow on the left wing. Picks up her dribble, gives it top of the arc to Reisman. Bounce it right elbow, Slaughter. Kick it back out top. Reisman has space. She'll try a three. Out it's in. First points for Reisman. It's a triple. 29-21 Oklahoma. Quick outlet back the other way. Chavez to man right wing. Defense recovers. Williams top of the arc, left open, doesn't shoot it from 17. Gives to Chavez instead, right corner, and strong on the three. Rebound, Jayla Smith from Mizzou. Tigers can make it a two-possession game now. Dow left wing, back to Smith top of the arc. Mizzou's got a little bit of a spacing issue. Now a screen set by Reisman. Smith tries to drive, now steps back to an 18-footer off the back of the rim. Offensive board, though, Slaughter driving a kick. Dow left wing triple. It's in there, and Mizzou's back within 5. And a timeout called by Oklahoma.
Slaughter doing a nice job recognizing that she was double-teamed. Got the kick out to Dow.
Slaughter for Mizzou. Oklahoma inbounding after fourth-year head coach Jenny Baranchek called that timeout as Mizzou has made a run from down as much as 11 to back within 5 with 5:53 remaining first half. Chavez top of the arc for the Sooners, left wing to Lofton, to the post to Beatrice Culleton, a 6'3 senior from Overland Park, Kansas. Reversed around to the right wing to Smith, drives right baseline, zips it in the paint. Culleton knifes her way to the goal, missed the layup. Tough rebound, Sotel for Mizzou. Tigers can make it a one-possession game all of a sudden. Top of the arc, Slaughter for the Tigers. Thought about it, now a lefty drive and a dish to the corner to Smith. Smith covered by Chavez, back to Slaughter. Top of the arc, Reisma. Back to Slaughter, lefty drive to the elbow, dish to Smith, left wing, three, short. Rebound, Oklahoma. Here comes Kaya Smith the other way, left to right. Gives it right side to Chavez. The talented freshman drive to the short corner, kicks it late, and it ends up in Lofton's hands, and she double dribbles. You don't see that every day. Ball back to Mizzou, trailing 29-24, 5:05 to go, second quarter.
Tigers defensively, if they can keep that ball out of the paint, where right now Oklahoma's dominating 12-6, not allow those second shots, they could be right in this thing.
Another chance for Mizzou to make it a one-possession game against the 7th-ranked team in the country. This would be Mizzou's best win of the season by far and snap a 5-game losing skid heading into the SEC tournament. In the post, Reisman, good kick left side to Smith. One more to the corner to Tyler. She drives baseline, lost her footing and lost the ball, and it's picked up by Oklahoma's Stewart. Reisman dives in from behind and fouls her, and that's number 2 on Mizzou's starting post player, Jordana Reisman.
And that's tough because defensively, where she's really doing her hardest work against Beers, that's going to be a deficit right now for the Tigers.
And that foul was with Beers on the bench. You're almost like, gosh, save those fouls for when Beers is out there. She will sub out, as will Tyler. Toman's in for Mizzou, along with Dow. 4:43 to go first half. Oklahoma ball up by 5. Culleton, left elbow, gives it right elbow to Chavez. Chavez backs it out with a bounce and shoots it. 3-ball up, in, and out. Rebound Dow for Mizzou. Tried to push it quickly the other way and kind of lost her footing and slowed down. Dow now restarts, drives, dishes to Sotel, left wing. She dishes it out top to Slaughter. Brace a righty penetration. Stops at the elbow, out top to Sotel for 3. Off the back of the rim. Toman fighting for position, tips it to Slaughter. Layup in a crowd. Too strong with the left hand. Rebound Chavez for Oklahoma. Another chance to make it a one-possession game goes by the boards. Now the Sooners with it. Chavez a righty drive. Mid-range Jay is in, and you kind of felt that one coming after Mizzou didn't capitalize on their opportunities.
Man, we're so close. If you don't get it, it's going the other way fast in transition.
7 for Chavez, 31-24 Oklahoma, 3:48 to go first half. Slaughter a deep contested 3, short, rebound OU. Here they come left to right. Stewart outletting it ahead to Lofton on the left wing to the trailer. 3-ball on the way for Stewart, and she got it. 3 of 20 from 3 entering the day with Stewart. Knocks that one in, though, to put Oklahoma up 10.
When you look at the Oklahoma offense out of transition, one pass, maybe two passes, and they're knocking shots down.
Dow the other way, hands it right side to Toman. Rika drives and got bumped and a foul. And that's number 2 on Oklahoma's backup post, who plays quite a bit for them, Brooklyn Stewart, at the 3:20 mark of the first half. And Beers will sub back in for her, the starting post. It's 4 starters coming in, actually. Beers and Van, Verhulst, and Williams. Colleton stays in there, so this is a bruising lineup for Oklahoma, and Mizzou's only post, Reisma, is on the bench with 2 personals. Dow lobs the inbound to Slaughter on the left wing, handoff back to Dow. Shannon now top of the arc, gives it left side to Sotel. Chloe to the post, Slaughter against Beers, leans in with the left, got it in the foul! Slaughter going to work down low against the All-American center.
She gets a mid-post, and again, that first long step gets her all the way to the rim.
That's number 2 on Beers, so Oklahoma's 2 best post players with foul trouble here in this first half. Slaughter 4 for 4 from the line so far today. That free throw is in. 9 points for Slaughter. She has scored double figures every single game this season coming in. Oklahoma ball up by 7 now. Verhulst left wing, high post Colleton. Right wing give to Van, shot fake on a 3. Now dribbles to her left and shovels it to Verhulst. To the high post again, Colleton. Looks across the key, it's tipped and stolen by Smith. Now a race the other way. Smith in on Colleton, layup is blocked. Out of bounds. That's a great job by the 6'3 Colleton against the athletic Smith to block that one clean. Although Jayla Smith's reaction was she did not think that was clean.
I thought there was a lot of body on the way down. Smith did a nice job of shielding the ball, but there was contact and no call.
Beers with 2 fouls, checks back out. Chavez re-enters for Oklahoma. Dow triggering for Mizzou, down 34-27, 2:49 to go first half. Inbound to Slaughter, back to Dow, drives in on Verhulst, righty leaner, no, but drew the foul again. And Shannon Dow will go to the free throw line for the first time today.
Shannon Dow just using her handles today, using nice change of direction, crossovers to attack and go downhill.
Shannon Dow, 3rd in the SEC in free throws made, 6th in total free throws attempted. That's despite missing 4 games this year due to injury. She gets to the line a ton. High impact transfer from Illinois State. Misses the first here though.
Mizzou was within 1 possession, then went down 10, starting to climb up again. You've got to figure out how to get some consecutive stops here in the last couple minutes.
Second free throw misses as well. Rebound Oklahoma. Got it as close as 5 in this second period, but Oklahoma has reasserted itself a bit. Chavez dribbles into a mid-range J again and makes it again. Aaliyah Chavez with 9. 36-27 Oklahoma, 2:28 to go second quarter. Chavez is at a minimum a freshman All-American. It's just a question to me if she's an All-American proper. Right wing Slaughter covered by Colleton. Plays it left side Dow, knifes her way into the paint. Jump stop, jumper from the block, strong but a late foul call. And Shannon Dow will go right back to the free throw line as Jenny Baranczyk is barking at her players, and I'm guessing it's something along the lines of just stop fouling, please.
She's adamant about that.
And that foul, I believe, was on Van, which is her first. So Dow just missed a couple. She'll try again here. Flips it up with the right hand and in that time. So double figure scoring for Dow, and it makes it 36-28 Oklahoma.
2:15 to go in the second. Mizzou, if they could get some stops here, could really close this score down before halftime.
In and out from Dow, uncharacteristically poor from the line so far today. Rebound OU, quick kick ahead left side Van, covered by Smith. Top of the arc, Colleton. Overhead pass right side to Chavez. Top of the arc, Williams. Dribbles to her left, hands it off to Van. Van, 1 bounce and a give top of the arc, Verhulst. To the high post, Colleton, handoff back to Verhulst, going downhill with the right hand. Backs down Toman, spins and fades away from 10 feet out, left it short. Rebound Slaughter for Mizzou. Good defensive set for the Tigers. Now can they get it back to a 2-possession game? Dow walks it up. 1:38 to go in the second quarter. Dow now on the left wing. Couple bounces there, now off a Slaughter pick to her right. Can't get downhill, so she'll go to Toman to the left side. Sotel, shot fake in the drive with 6 to shoot underneath the bucket. Kicks to Smith in the corner. Pat fake, drive into the paint, double pump leaner short. Rebound fought for and controlled by Oklahoma. Here comes Van the other way, left to right. Gets to the left block, jump pass across the key, tipped and stolen by Toman. The freshman with the pickpocket brings it up herself on the right wing, gives it back to Dow.
Tommy's just so fundamental, does so many things well and right.
Now a right corner three from Rika off the back of the rim. Rebound Oklahoma. Colleton snared it.
Just a little long.
Under a minute to play first half, 36-28 OU. Van's wide open, doesn't shoot it from three left wing. Gives to Verhulst instead. Look to the high post. There's Smith again, tipping it and stealing it to Sotel. Ahead to Smith. One-on-one on Chavez. Wins the race. Laying in and the foul. Mizzou back within 6 as the senior on her senior day gets the tough finish.
Jayla doing it on that defensive end. We've seen her play so well on both ends of the floor this year. Her hands are active, deflections, and then she's able to run the floor and receive the pass.
She is working hard today. Again, a career high 31 minutes at South Carolina. And after that bucket, she was down on the court and she put her hands above her head and took a couple deep breaths before she got back to her feet. She'll go to the free throw line where she's been really good this year, 89%. Those were Smith's first points today. This shot from the Indy kid is in there. 36-31 OU. Again, Mizzou has gotten as close as 5 a few times here in this second half, just no closer, as Dowell will sub out and Tyler will check in for the Tigers.
Stopping the score here would be a fine way to end the second quarter.
Here's Chavez off the screen, contested 17-footer is short, but a lay foul call. Toman was closing in hard and apparently too hard. 2 free throws coming for Aaliyah Chavez, who leads the nation at the free throw line. She has made 49 in a row. The record for Oklahoma's program is 59.
Brad is trying to do the broadcaster jinx there.
A little bit. It's also relevant, I think.
Yes, no, that's a tremendous run.
Tyler right back out, Dowell right back in for Mizzou. Chavez at 93% is #1 in the nation among eligible players. Her first shot here is perfect.
I imagine she shot a few in the backyard and in her spare time here.
She averaged 35 points a game for her career in high school in Lubbock, Texas. Makes them both. That's 51 in a row for Chavez at the line. 38-31 OU, 39 seconds to go in the half. Dow into the front court, dribbles to her left, hands it off to Smith, barely around the active hands of Smith. Give it left corner, Dow. She knifes into the paint, draws contact, got it in the foul! Shannon Dow makes it a 5-point game again with a free throw to come.
Now just going downhill. We've seen it all year, how she gets inside, but to me what's always been impressive is no matter what the defense does to her down there, she finds a way to get the finish.
Mizzou lost by 53 at the 6th-ranked team in the country. They lost by 41 at the 3rd-ranked team in the country. But today, against the 7th-ranked team in the land, Mizzou has hung tough, and now Shannon Dow's free throw misses again. Rebound tapped around, and a foul on Oklahoma is going to give Mizzou 2 free throws.
It's Toman trying in there to get the offensive board.
Toman, a career-high 9 points in a career-high 21 minutes played at South Carolina on Thursday. And she was one of the first reserves off the bench today. The 6-foot freshman from Hungary has clearly earned more playing time. Mizzou subs offense, defense again. Tyler will be in, Dow out. First one from Toman, up and off. And that's the first free throw miss for Toman all season. She's now 10 of 11.
You need to switch ends.
One more, up and in. 4-point game, 25 seconds to go in the half. Mizzou down by as much as 11 here in this second quarter. But they have a chance to go in with a little bit of momentum here at half. Dribbling out near midcourt is Van. Shot clock off. Now with 10 seconds to go in the half. Hands to Chavez. Chavez top of the arc with 6 against Smith with 5. Goes to her left with 4 and a hand check. That's a foul Mizzou had to give in this second quarter. So not a bad foul at all from Jayla Smith. That is her first.
I don't think it's any secret, especially with Beers on the bench, who's going to get this shot. So you've got to keep the hands or the ball out of the hands of Chavez.
Right at 5 seconds to go in the half. Front court inbound near sideline Verhulst. Gives it to Van with 4, with 3, Van with 2, drives with 1. She'll take it from 14 feet and bank it in. I do not believe that was the intent, but it works out for lefty drive to the elbow, looks down low and threw it away. Van was all over it and steals the entry pass. In transition, right wing to Verhulst, skip it all the way to the left corner to Chavez. Shot fake, baseline drive, stopping to pop from the block, short but a foul. And 2 more free throws coming for the nation's best at the stripe, Aaliyah Chavez.
Chavez is so impressive because of her composure. Like, if she's got the jumper, she goes. If not, she reads the defense well, sends them flying, and then is able to get herself to the rim.
Nation's #1 recruit by many outlets, and so popular that they've actually started a Spanish women's basketball radio broadcast just for her over on the Sooner Sports Network.
That says volumes. That's really cool. That is very, very cool.
Chavez makes them both, so she's made 53 in a row from the free throw line. Dynamic freshman averaging more than 18 points a game. She's got 13 so far today. Mizzou ball down 8. Reisma at the high post from behind. Beers sticks her hands in there and ties her up. So the arrow goes back to OU with Oklahoma up 42-34.
Oklahoma's starting with the momentum we didn't want him to have. Mizzou's got to get a stop.
Van on the right wing for OU. Top of the arc, Williams. Left side, Verhulst. Overhead pass back out top to Van. Right side, Chavez. To the post, Beers. Bad pass, out of bounds. Too far in front of the outstretched arm of Beers on the block.
Reisman doing everything she can down low. Beers has 2 more inches on her and a lot larger frame, and Reisman's battling.
Tyler out, Sotel in for Mizzou. Dow now at the point for the Tigers, who trail by 8. 8:48 to play, third quarter. Tigers trying for the big upset against the 7th-ranked team from Norman. Dow looks to the right corner. That pass is tipped, and Slaughter tracks it down on the wing. To Reisma, just inside of 3. Handoff to Dow, going downhill, drives into Verhulst, bumped at the block, and a foul call comes in. And that is number 2 on Peyton Verhulst.
Tigers are doing a pretty good job taking care of the ball today, being deliberate in their sets. They've just got to be able to find a way to score the buckets. 5
different Sooners with 2 personal fouls now, just 1 Reisma on the Mizzou side. Inbound goes to Reisma in the left corner. She'll play it back near midcourt to Dow. To the left wing, Slaughter. Shot fake on a 3 to the block to Reisma. Goes right at Beers. Kicks it late to Sotel on the right side. High post, Reisma. Shot clock at 5. Jordana with 4, with 3. Back to Dow with 2. Thought about the deep one, now takes it and airballs it out of bounds. Good D from the Sooners. And again, when you adjust for how fast they play and how many possessions they have in a game, this is really one of the nation's better defenses.
Yeah, they're outstanding.
Giving up less than 40% shooting from the field. Verhulst left open from 19 feet, hits the long 2. Verhulst with 7. Oklahoma up by 10.
She shoots more shots off a pivot, facing away from the basket, and just pulls up strong.
Dow off a screen to her right, gets to the foul line, gives it back left side, Reisma for 3. Good! Second three-pointer for Reisma, who had not made a 3 in her career before coming to Columbia, had not even tried one. She's got 11 makes from distance this year. Makes the score 44-37 OU, and a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Schreck and Verhulst getting physical, and the foul on Schreck is her first.
Schreck, again, a little bit undersized at times and just trying to do everything she can defensively to keep the ball away from her opponent.
Inbound underneath the basket to our left. Chavez lobs it out to the top of the arc to Verhulst. Down low, Beers sealing Reisma in deep. Throws it up with the right hand off balance, though, and missed it. Rebound Sotel for Mizzou.
Well done by Reisma to hold vertically.
Long outlet Dow. She gets into the paint. In a crowd, muff the ball, and it goes to Verhulst. Here comes Oklahoma. Advance it near left side. Van, shot fake, got the D in the air, dribbles into a jump pass to Beers, who seared off Reisma. Reisma hits the deck, no call, and Beers lays it in.
Wow, I thought Beers really used the elbow to put Reisma on the ground before she received it.
Beers appears deeply unpleasant to try to play against. Such a physical and talented post.
And she gets it so low.
Slaughter down low, double teamed at the other end for the Tigers. Kicks it out of there to Dow. Dow drives to the free throw line. Now challenging Van to her left, lay it up and in on the foul. Shannon Dow, 14 points already.
Just so good, again, on the dribble today. Went in with her right, a pullback on the dribble, and a crossover going to her left and gets herself right at the rim.
Zaya Vance, the 6th Sooner with 2 personal fouls. And Dowell, who's been great everywhere but the free throw line today, where she's 1 of 5, has 1 more coming. Van and Beers out. Stewart and Kaya Smith in for Oklahoma. And for Mizzou, a late sub, Jayla Smith, one of the 3 seniors celebrating senior day this afternoon, replacing Abby Schreck.
So this is the pace of game that Jayla Smith loves.
Dowell spins the ball in her hands. Puts it up with the right, bounces in, 15 for Dowell, 46-40 Oklahoma, 6:49 to go third quarter. Chavez quickly the other way to the elbow, gives to Verhulst in the left corner. High post, jumper, Stewart, back iron, rebound, Reisman for Mizzou. Another chance for the Tigers to make it a one-possession game for the first time since the opening minutes. Sotel at the top of the arc. Dribbles over to the right wing with her preferred left hand. Bounce pass to Reisman just inside triple. Back to Sotel. Wide open right wing three. Yeah, it's good. 46-43 Oklahoma.
You can tell when Sotel's going to drain it. She's in rhythm.
Verhulst wide open at the other end and answers. Every time that Mizzou has played Verhulst the last year and change, she has done stuff just like that, and she makes Mizzou pay for the defensive breakdown. 49-43 Oklahoma, 6:05 to go third quarter. Slaughter hands it off top of the arc, Dowell. Shannon goes to her left, stops on the wing, now brings it back right to the top of the arc. Give it left side, Jayla Smith will try a triple. That's in and out. Rebound tipped a couple times to Williams for Oklahoma. She brings it up herself into the front court. Right wing advance to Chavez. Chavez zips it left side. Nobody on Verhulst again. Three ball this time misses. Long rebound goes to Dowell in the corner for the Tigers. I would recommend covering Verhulst going forward, though.
Particularly in transition on the wing, because he's just getting walk-up threes.
Reisman, high-low, Slaughter goes right around Williams to her left, stripping the way up. Got it back along the baseline, and it's knocked off her leg and out of play. Mizzou turns it over. Ball back to Oklahoma, up 6. Beers, the All-American post, re-enters for Williams. Mizzou will sub in Sanaya Tyler for Shannon Dowell. Also, Toman is in for Mizzou as Reisman will catch a breather. Can't imagine Reisman's cardio is in a great place. Again, she's missed 5 out of the last 6 games with a lower body issue. She's tried to fight through it, though, and has played pretty well. Verhulst, high-low, Beer seals off Slaughter and lays it in. Reisman out. They immediately go inside for 2.
That was a beautiful bounce pass right to her hands.
51-43 Oklahoma, 5:08 to play third quarter. Slaughter just beyond 3, covered by Verhulst, shoots it over the top of her, in and out. Rebound tipped to Chavez for Oklahoma as Slaughter drops to 0 of 5 from 3 today. Chavez walk-up 3 at the other end, splash. Second three-pointer for Chavez. She's got 16 points, and just like that, Oklahoma's up 11.
Every time that Oklahoma needs a surge, Chavez takes it over as a leader.
Right wing Sotel, right corner to Toman. To the block, Slaughter spins to her right on Verhulst, and Verhulst blocks it off the backboard. Loose ball picked up by Chavez. Here comes Oklahoma right to left. Zip it right side, Smith into Sotel, cut off. Plays it back to Verhulst on the perimeter. Down low, stealing it very deep. Missing the layup, though, is Stewart. Another offensive board, Stewart. She falls down and a foul call. It's on Mizzou, it's on the floor. Oklahoma keeps the ball up 54-43 when you come back. Good ball game, hard fought here in Columbia, but Mizzou having a hard time getting Oklahoma 54, Mizzou 43 here in Columbia. Mizzou Athletics would like to thank our premier partners of the Diamond Club, MU Healthcare, Shelter Insurance, and Multiply Credit Union. Kathy, Mizzou got it to within 3 at 46-43. And let's listen to our official here.
Three-point made basket is confirmed, a three-point made basket.
And we have an adjustment on a Verhulst jumper. It's been changed from a 2 to a 3. So that makes it now 55-43 Oklahoma. And Verhulst continuing to add to her numbers. Again, kind of the Mizzou killer. She had 38, a career high in the game in Norman. She led Oklahoma in the win here last year with 15. She's in double figures again today. But what I was saying, Mizzou got it within 3, but now with that adjustment, Oklahoma's gone on a 9-0 run since.
They're just so powerful, so balanced, and you can just see when things get tight, they've got kids that can knock it down inside, outside. When they're post seal it that low inside, Mizzou's got no answer.
Shout out to Mizzou Gymnastics, another top 10 win today over at the Hearn Center, defeating number 8 Arkansas with a 197-425 team score. 7th ranked Mizzou has a road test coming up next weekend. Mizzou men all over Mississippi State in Starkville yesterday, 88-64. Dennis Gates' crew is going dancing. They'll actually be in Norman to face Oklahoma coming up on Tuesday night on many of these Tiger Network stations. Lefty drive, Kaya Smith out of the timeout for Oklahoma. Layup, no, but a foul. 2 free throws coming for the 6'1 sophomore from Oklahoma City, Kaya Smith.
Tillman rotating over late before, not able to get in position before the shooter left the floor.
Kid from just down the road from campus in OKC. She was a state champion in the long jump in high school at Putnam City West. And she went airborne there and did not land on her feet, but it was not intentional like it usually is in the long jump. She was escorted down by Toman. That was her second personal.
She looks like a long jumper, long, lengthy, springy.
62% foul shooter is Smith. Rattles that one in, though. So Oklahoma has not missed a free throw yet. Meanwhile, Mizzou at 64%.
Which is very uncharacteristic, but you may be in a situation, again, we're playing 7-8 players. Legs start to go a little bit.
Now, you mentioned uncharacteristic. As Smith misses, rebound Toman. Mizzou leads the SEC in free throw percentage, about 79% as a group. Mizzou ball down 56-43, trying to stop this 10-0 run. That's not going to help. Tyler's pass tipped and stolen by Smith. One-on-one against Tyler. Layup, good, and one. And Oklahoma with its largest lead of the afternoon.
Tyler did her best to get in the way. She almost had defensive guarding position, but not quite there. Well,
in a similar situation at South Carolina, Sanaya Tyler went with the full body check and knocked down a South Carolina player, got called for a flagrant foul, and became the first Mizzou player since Sophie Cunningham to be booed every time she touches the ball in Columbia, South Carolina.
And that was in the first quarter, so that went for 3.5 solids.
Well, you know, a starting point guard, so she had a lot of boos to deal with throughout those games.
And that's 18,000 people.
Yeah. who had been consuming a lot of booze. Tyler at midcourt, bumped by Kaya Smith and fouled. That's on Smith. That's her first. And Tyler will sub out now, replaced by Sotel. So it's 58-43 Oklahoma. 3:58 to go third quarter. 12 straight points for Oklahoma since Mizzou made it a 3-point game.
If Mizzou wants any chance to get back in this, right now is going to be their time to go. You've got to narrow the score inside of 10 points by the end of the third quarter, which is 3:58 remaining.
Slaughter, Dowell, Smith, Reisman, Sotel, the 5 Tigers out there. The inbound goes to Smith, left wing. Top of the arc, Slaughter. Hand off to Reisman, top of the arc. Looking down low, finds Slaughter, covered by Verhulst. Tries her again. This time the runner misses badly as Slaughter drops to 2 of 11 from the field today. Rebound Oklahoma.
She's just not had any open looks, so you got to praise the defense.
Fierce here's Reisman in deeps, kicks it to Verhulst and bangs in another 3. Peyton Verhulst, the thorn in the side of Mizzou women's basketball for the last 2 seasons in these.
Oklahoma is extending their defense, full court man-to-man.
Normally I would blame this on TV, but I think we're technically the TV for this game. Shout out to all of you that are watching while we're talking. Dowell up the far sideline for Mizzou as we get back to live action. Give it back near midcourt to Slaughter. Right side, Reisma hands it off to Dowell, who tries to turn the corner and got bumped by Stewart. So a whole lot of people on both sides with 2 personal fouls. Stewart becomes the first player with 3 personals, and that's the last foul OU has to give in this third quarter.
Mizzou needs to attack the basket.
Both teams in the bonus the remainder of the period. Dowell near sideline. Looking to inbound it, lobs it to Slaughter just in time right wing. Grace trapped in the corner now, looking for help out of there, and Kelly Harper's going to have to burn a timeout, or else it was going to be a turnover. We will keep it here with the score: Oklahoma 61, Mizzou 43. Again, earlier today, the NCAA Tournament Committee revealed its top 16. So again, if the Big Dance started today, this is what we'd be looking at. You'd see 5 SEC teams hosting. UConn, UCLA, South Carolina, and Texas would be 1 seeds. Vanderbilt, Iowa, LSU, Michigan would be 2 seeds. Oklahoma is the last 3 seed, if you will. They're 12th overall in the country in the eyes of the committee. Louisville, Duke, TCU, the other 3 seeds. Maryland, Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State, 4 Big Ten teams all as number 4 seeds. As you look at those 16 teams and their seed lines, Kathy, what stands out to you?
Well, that any of those can win. I mean, even though you've got Oklahoma as a lower 3rd seed, who wants to play them, right? I mean, the pace of their game, I think it's very interesting. When it comes to the NCAA, a lot of times it comes down to matchups, but the SEC is well equipped to compete in this year's tournament.
I wonder, too, if Kentucky has a decent run in Greenville, could they get into that hosting conversation? Out of the timeout, Dow top of the arc for Mizzou. Drives into Verhulst, stops at the foul line, lobs it back top of the arc to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Reisma, back to Smith, back to Reisma. Shot fake, gives to Slaughter, who has to shoot it, and she gets it off just in time, and it's short from 3. That was a good effort just to get it to the rim. Rebound Verhulst. Long outlet, right corner Williams. She gets into the paint, elevates from the SEC logo, left it short. Beers taps the rebound, but it goes to Smith for Mizzou. Outlet to Slaughter, ahead into the front court for Mizzou to Sotel, who slows it up and skips it. Right side Dow, goes right to the basket, over Beers, lay it in, and the foul.
Pretty cross-court pass, finding Dow going to the rim.
A merciful end to a 4-minute scoring drought for the Tigers that saw Oklahoma score 15 straight. And Shannon Dowell, who's been playing really well today, interestingly in her first game off the bench. The junior giving way to the seniors on their senior day to be in the first 5. Dowell has responded to that different aspect of the game well. Hits the free throw.
She's 7 for 10 from the field and 6 rebounds.
18 points to lead the way as well. 61-46 OU. Williams high-low again to Beers and very deep. Shields off Slaughter and lays it in with the left hand.
Beers is so strong and big down low. It's hard to find a way to prevent her from getting the ball in the box.
2:15 to go third quarter. 63-46 Oklahoma. Reisman tries to throw it high-low to Slaughter. Threw it too long. Williams saves it inbounds to Verhulst ahead in the crowd. Smith makes a difficult catch and jump stops and lays it in.
That ball was threaded to her between 2 defenders. She caught it in the air between 2 defenders and was able to score it.
65-46 Oklahoma, and guess who threw that pass? It was Peyton Verhulst.
She seems to be involved offensively on every single play.
1:48 to play in the third. Slaughter left wing, shot fake, drive, dish to Dow in the corner. Shannon drives, elevates from 14 feet off the back of the rim. Rebound Verhulst for Oklahoma. Thought about the long outlet again, waits, now throws it to Smith on the right side. Right block, Williams. Reversing it left side, intended for Verhulst, tipped out of bounds though by Dow.
Dow also with a quick hand, often disrupting on defense, reading that pass the entire way.
Freshman Lofton in for Beers as OU is going to go small here. Although the 5'11 Williams is a really good rebounder, especially for her size. Verhulst off the inbound, left wide open again. Left wing 3, missed that one though. Rebound deflected, and on the fight for the board, it's a Mizzou foul. And Oklahoma's in the bonus, so 2 free throws coming. And the foul is on Dowell. That is her second.
Oklahoma continuing to flex their muscles on the boards, but they have only had 1 offensive rebound this half.
Aaliyah Chavez, not the only top 100 recruit in this Oklahoma freshman class. Lofton was number 50 overall, according to ESPN. State champion at Bethany High School, which is the same high school that her teammate Zaya Van came from. Lofton averaging 4 points per game off the bench in her freshman year.
She just had her first career double-double against their last opponent, Arkansas.
First free throw in there for Lofton. Rattled around a bit and through. Second foul shot is perfect. 67-46 Oklahoma. This was a 3-point game earlier in this quarter, and since then OU has responded with a 21-3 run. Lisa Thompson in for the first time for Mizzou, the 5'9 junior from Joliet, Illinois. Gives it off to Slaughter, left wing. Reisman in deep, seals off Verhulst, bowls into her, shot no, but a foul. Good work by Mizzou to exploit a size mismatch. I'm not sure I've said that since December.
Well, the big sitting on the bench right now for OU. Reisman doing a good job of sealing, receiving the ball inside the restraining circle and able to use her footwork to get to the bucket.
Third foul on Verhulst. Reisman with 6 points today and 4 rebounds. Missed 5 of the last 6 games with a lower body issue. Certainly still not 100%, but she has battled hard again today, and she hits the first free throw.
People just don't realize the workload she's had on the defensive end, particularly when we stepped into the SEC. So as a teammate, anytime she's open down low, I would be 100% making sure she got that ball.
Reisman hits both free throws, and Verhulst will sub out. The 6'3" senior reserve forward Culleton takes her place. Oklahoma ball up by 19. About a minute to go in the third. Left wing Lofton for the Sooners. Top of the arc Culleton. High-low lob looking for Williams. Reisma pokes it away over the top. It also gets called for a hold. That's the third foul on Reisma, and it'll put Oklahoma back at the free throw line.
Reisma was able to get on the low side, but too much body contact.
Williams, a former McDonald's All-American, who has started every game so far of her OU career. Helped the team get to the Sweet 16 a season ago, where they lost to eventual national champion UConn.
She is the first young lady in her family to go to college. It's an amazing accomplishment.
Big deal, and she has balled out when she's gotten here, too. Been a key part of some really good Oklahoma teams the last couple of seasons. First free throw in. One more for the junior. Rattles off. Rebound Mizzou. Abby Schreck has been limited in the minutes today. She gets the board there. 68-48 Oklahoma. 49 seconds to go in the third. Thompson on the right wing, top of the arc to Slaughter. Give to the high post to Reisma. Jordana at the elbow, bouncing it down low. Slaughter leans into Williams, puts it off the glass and in. And Grace Slaughter has scored in double figures in every single regular season game this year. Chavez, quick pull up at the other end for three, short. Rebound Smith from Mizzou.
You know, ordinarily you might say, well, Oklahoma's taking shots early in the offense. That's just how they roll.
That is their offense.
That's their offense.
Thompson at the other end for the Tigers at the top of the arc. Off a screen to her right, to the elbow. Double team there, now needs some help. It's tapped away, which gives her a dribble back. She bounces it a couple times, shoots it from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Oklahoma. 7 seconds to go in the third. Van on the right wing with 5. Off a screen to her left with 4, with 3. Pull up at the foul line, missed that time. Offensive board Lofton, put back blocked. Out of bounds by Schreck as the horn sounds for the end of the third quarter. Oklahoma gets some separation in quarter number 3, and with the fourth quarter, the all-time single-season scoring list.
It's been an impressive scoring debut by her.
She will start the fourth quarter on the bench. Slaughter, Toman, Dowell, Reisma, and Smith, the 5 Tigers out there. Tiger ball trailing by 18. Right wing, Reisma for Mizzou. Looking for help, finds it in Toman, top of the arc. Left side to Dowell, to a cutting Reisma down the lane, and a foul called on the floor. Good play design out of the timeout, though, by this Tiger coaching staff, led by Kelly Harper, which has seen progress in the last couple of years, right? Mizzou's going to be postseason eligible. They have 16 wins already, 4 in conference, both more than they got all of last season.
I think that'll be a key focus going into the tournament to see if they can win that first round.
Foul on Culleton, her first. Off the inbound, Dowell knifes around Chavez and gets to the goal and lays it in. Big game again for Dowell. She's got 20 points.
An impressive inside, as always.
OU ball, right side, Chavez, who has 16 today. Right block, Williams shoots it over a double team, way strong along the baseline. Rebound Smith for Mizzou. Tigers down 68-52, 9:21 to play fourth quarter. Top of the arc, Reisma. Gives it to Smith on the right wing. Smith off a screen to her left, keeps the bounce, now gives it off left side to Dowell. Dowell looking to get downhill again, this time a double pump jumper from the free throw line is in and one. Wow, what a finish from Dowell.
Now this looks like she's in the backyard or out on the playground, just man-to-man playing free, and boy, she's knocking them down everywhere she's launching them from.
You know, and again, this is her first time off the bench. She's clearly, you know, worthy of being a starter, but if she's going to play like this off the bench, I almost wonder if you think about starting her on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Foul on Lofton was her third, by the way. Dowell's foul shot misses. Rebound tip back to her, though, and she'll back it out. Mo Vincent's in for the first time for the Tigers, by the way, the 6-foot sophomore out of Houston. Joined by Smith. Slaughter is re-entered. Dowell and Schreck. Dowell gives it right wing to Jayla Smith. Shot clock down to 6. Jayla steps back to a 19-foot J and got it. A 4-point possession for Mizzou. It's 68-54 Sooners.
Still a lot of time, but you got to figure out how to stop this potent OU offense.
8:40 to go in the game. Verhulst, top of the arc. Right wing to Sahara Williams. Top of the arc, Beers. Reverse it left side to Van. Back to Beers. Right wing, Smith. Kaya looks to the post. Sahara Williams. High-low lob. Beers over the top of Slaughter and lays it in. That's just textbook offensive basketball. And it leads to a layup for Beers, who has 18 points.
High-low, again, unselfish assists.
They just work so well together offensively, as Kathy has been touching on all night. Left wing Vincent, and away from the ball, a foul. It's on Oklahoma's Zaya Van. That's her third. With 8:12 to go in the fourth, that's 3 team fouls already this quarter on OU. 5 gets you into the 2-shot bonus. Mo Vincent, after a brief run up and down the court, subs back out. Reisma takes her place.
So really good at their set plays here coming off the sideline.
Slaughter on the inbound, goes top of the arc to Reisma. Left side to a streaking Dow, into Beers' chest, reverse layup. Oh, baby, and the foul! What a day for Dow. 24 points and going to the line for more.
She's got the Midas touch today. No matter what she puts up inside there, it's going down.
We've seen this with certain matchups. If you don't defend the on-ball penetration well, Dow is not afraid to go at you over and over and over again.
Well, it's just how she uses her body and protects the ball when she gets inside and gives herself a chance, whether it's a double pump or just shielding the defender to get it to go down.
Free throw down, 25 for Dowell, 70-59 the score, and a whistle and a travel. Bit of an unforced error for Oklahoma, and especially as fast as the Sooners usually play, this game is far from done with Mizzou only trailing by 11.
Gotta be the aggressive team on offense going downhill.
And Mizzou get it within single digits here. The hot hand Dowell has it on the right wing. Gives it off to Reisma. Jordana at the top of the arc. Gives it back to Dowell on the left wing. Thought about the three. Gives it off to Reisma instead. Now right wing Schreck. Abby a deep one up and off the back of the rim. Rebound Beers for Oklahoma. Looking ahead to Kaya Smith on the outlet. Jayla Smith for Mizzou soars up to steal it. Mizzou has it back. Trailing 70-59, 7:35 to go in the game here in Columbia. Reisma at the top of the arc. Back to Schreck on the left side. Abby off a screen to her right, couple bounces. Gives it off to Slaughter right wing. Slaughter to her left to the foul line, lobs it left wing to Dowell. Shot clock at 7. Dowell on Verhulst. Step back to a corner J from mid-range short. Rebound tapped out to Williams for Oklahoma. Sooners on the move right to left. Williams barrels into the paint, and a whistle and a foul on Mizzou.
Tigers had 3 defenders back. They're not allowing Oklahoma to get the fast break buckets. Only 4 points in transition today for the Sooners, which I think is impressive.
The freshman Chavez back in at a guard spot for Oklahoma. She'll inbound it. 70-59 OU, 7:12 to go in the game. Gives it off to Williams, gets it back on the wing. Now to Beers inside the arc, right side back to Williams. Williams to Chavez on the right wing now. Righty dribble into a mid-range jumper, way short. Might have lost that on the way up. Slaughter ends up with a loose ball for Mizzou. Brace brings it up herself into the front court, all the way to the block, to the cup. Lefty layup is in. 13 points for Slaughter. Mizzou back within 9.
Stops after stops are needed.
They have cut this deficit in half since it was an 18-point game entering this fourth quarter. Left wing Chavez to Beers, seals off Reisma. Smith comes over to help and fouls her to at least make her earn it at the free throw line. 2 shots coming for Beers.
See the replay on that again, and I don't know that she got a lot of the ball. It looked like she had a block.
Beers did not play great in both games against Mizzou last season. 5 points in Norman, 6 points here. But today, she has shown why she has been a multi-time All-American both at Oregon State and Oklahoma. Does miss the first free throw, though.
She's so difficult to stop inside. You got a double team, which frees up other shooters for OU, and that's another reason why she's so impactful.
The active leader in career double-doubles in the nation makes that free throw. She's sitting at 19 points and 6 rebounds today. 71-61 Oklahoma, 6.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Mizzou down by 20 plus in the third, down by 18 entering this fourth quarter, but they've chipped away at it here in the early stages of this fourth period. Smith for Mizzou on the right wing. Give it back near midcourt to Schreck. Lob it to the free throw line, Reisma. To the top of the arc to Jayla Smith with 6. Step back dribble and a deep 3, way off to the right. Rebound Stewart for Oklahoma. I think OU mixed up their defense there and threw
2-3
Mizzou off.
zone, and Mizzou didn't look for a three.
Beers seals in deep again on Reisma, turns to her left and lays it in. And Reagan Beers reasserting herself. Now the inbound stolen by Chavez, but she was falling out of bounds. Threw it back in play, and Mizzou fortunate to get the ball back. And now a whistle and a delay as the officials go to the scorer's table. I think there was an issue with one of the clocks. Might be a shot clock issue. Mizzou will inbound. Yeah, the shot clock is adjusted from 22 to 25. Off the inbound, Dowell for Mizzou. 25 points for the junior from O'Fallon, Illinois. Drives to her right again. 14-foot teardrop this time, and that goes. Shannon Dowell's reaching deep into her bag today.
She went past the first line of the zone and popped it.
Verholst left side. Thought about the deep one. Instead starts a right-handed dribble and a dish to Sahara Williams at the top of the arc. Oklahoma ball up by 10. Beers top of the arc now. Right side Chavez. Goes to her left. Backs it out near midcourt. Shot clock under 10. Chavez off a Verholst screen to her right. Lob to the high post to Beers. Back to Chavez with 3 to shoot. Moving screen set by Reagan Beers to free up Chavez. And that's number 4 on Beers with 5:10 still to go in the game.
Hot three-point shooting would be really helpful right now. Mizzou's not moving the ball. They've had the ball stagnant against this 2-3 zone instead of getting it from side to side or inside outside. Mizzou's got to move the basketball.
Beers out, Van in as Oklahoma goes a bit smaller. And the Tigers can once again get it down to a single-digit hole here with about 5 minutes to go. Left side, Dowell has space. She'll take the three, left it short though, and the rebound's gonna go out of play and take us to our final in-game media timeout. Tigers are making it interesting here down the home stretch on Senior Day in Columbia. 7th-ranked Oklahoma has the
one side.
Beers the only player on either team with 4 fouls at the moment. Chavez will trot it up for Oklahoma. Mizzou has Jayla Smith, Dowell, Sotel, Reisma, and Slaughter as their 5 on the floor, and they're in a zone look here. Chavez top of the arc, off the screen against it, contested 17-footer short. Rebound Dowell for Mizzou. Here she comes downhill again, right at Verholst, gets in the paint. Double pump, 10-footer is short. Offensive board, Reisma, one dribble. Lay it up and in, and Mizzou's within 8.
Reisma working so hard to race the floor.
10 points for Reisma coming back from injury. Walk up 3 at the other end, way off from the freshman Stewart. Rebound down for Mizzou, but then Sahara Williams ties her up, and the possession arrow keeps it with Oklahoma.
Wow, Chavez really tackled Dowell from behind with no call.
And Coach Jenny Baranchek for Oklahoma will go back to the All-American post. Beers with 4 fouls after that shot from Stewart. Stewart will sit. Don't blame her.
See if the Tigers could force Beers to go over the back.
Chavez ends it to Verholst. Wide open right wing 3, good.
She just has that Tiger number.
5th 3 for Verholst today. 17 points overall. 76-65 OU.
That was a dagger when Mizzou had a lot of momentum.
4:05 to go in the game as Dowell drives to her right, hands it off to Jayla Smith. Smith tried to cross over, it went off her leg. She retrieves it, starts to drive again, right into Van. The runner trickles home for the grad student Jayla Smith. On her senior day, she's got 7 points now.
Oklahoma went back to man-to-man, but Smith taking them to the hole.
76-67 Oklahoma, the lead in the ball. 3:45 to go in the game. Chavez right wing for the Sooners. Top of the arc, Beers. Lob it to the left corner to Verholst. One bounce and a dish back near midcourt, Chavez. Chavez signals a new play, wants a screen and roll, no, a pass to Beers rather. Beers to a rolling Chavez, free throw line, Jay, strong. Beers flies in for the offensive rebound and lays it in.
That's where you underestimate her athleticism, because she'll come from the wing all the way to the rim and dominate.
21 for Beers. Oklahoma leads it by 11. 3:15 remaining. Reisma to the post. Slaughter gets around Verholst that time and lays it in with the left hand. 15 points for Slaughter and a whistle. And Oklahoma screwed up the inbound. Someone stepped over the line throwing it in, and Mizzou gets a gift of a turnover.
This could be a huge possession in the change of the game.
All right, so Mizzou within 9. Could make it a 2-possession game with a 3, and still 3:11 remaining. Dowell to inbound. Still waiting, lobs it over Slaughter's head. She'll track it down wisely, letting it go into the backcourt before she touches it. Brings it back into the front court against Verholst. Bounce at top of the arc, Reisma. Back to Slaughter on the left wing. Slaughter off a screen to her right, to the screener, Reisma on the left block, to a cutter, Dowell down the lane! Lays it in, and Mizzou's within 7.
Great work by the Tigers. Now it's time for some defense.
29 for Dow. Chavez drive underneath the basket, puts it in reverse and scores it. The Stars are stepping up for Oklahoma and trying to slow down Mizzou's comeback effort.
Chavez just wants the ball every time the game's in jeopardy.
She's got 18, which is close to her season's average as a freshman. Dow drives the other way, pull up 15-footer, way off to the right, follows her shot, saves the rebound, inbounds to Jayla Smith, who drives into an elbow jumper that's short. Rebound Chavez for OU. Brings it 1-on-5 the other way, to the free throw line, to the paint, to a jump shot off the glass, missed it. Offensive board though, Sahara Williams, layup good and one. That may be the last gasp as Mizzou putting up a valiant effort in this fourth quarter, but starting to run out of time, and they're trailing once again by 11 points.
A couple of well-designed plays though to put Mizzou back in it with the momentum. The OU again with their offense in transition, getting an early look, getting an offensive board.
Schreck subs in for Sotel. Sahara Williams at the free throw line, hits the free throw. Shannon Dowell's season high is 30 against Southern Illinois. She's sitting on 29 right now with her team trailing by a dozen. Right side Slaughter for Mizzou. The high post to Reisma. Reisman to a cutting Dow again down the lane. Downhill over Kaya Smith. Layup good and one. And there's the season high for the junior from O'Fallon, Illinois.
Just been on fire going inside. Has not been denied. Nobody able to keep her out of the paint.
Makes it 83-73 OU. Dow's career high last April, deep in the WNIT tournament, was against Troy when she scored 37. That is in play here with 2:01 remaining, but she misses the free throw. That's the only place where Dow has struggled today. She's now 4 of 10 from the charity stripe. And Beers at the other end, seals off Reisma. Double team comes, shoots over the top of it, missed it, got a rebound, put back no, and a foul that time. 2 free throws coming for the inevitable Reagan Beers.
Great double team by the Tigers, but not able to turn and get her off the glass for the second attempt.
That's the 4th on Reisma. And Beers back to the free throw line where she's 1 of 2 today.
Shannon Dow is 1 rebound away from a double-double as well.
Beers such a monster on the court. She also crocheted a blanket for each of her teammates. Christmas of 2024, is dabbling a bit in pottery. And then she comes on the court and starts throwing elbows. Missed the first free throw here.
She's outstanding. Just unselfish player as well. There's many times she's sealed down low and she'll kick it out to a teammate.
One more, in and out, rebound, pinballs around to an OU player who drives into contact, offensive foul. Abby Schreck took the charge, so that rebound was tipped to Keziah Lofton for Oklahoma. She just barreled toward the bucket and ran Schreck over. That's number 4 on Lofton. And so it's, go ahead, Kathy.
He's got to go quickly.
83-73 OU, 1:41 remaining in the game. Jayla Smith walks it up from Mizzou, gives it top of the arc, Reisma. Right wing, Schreck. Thought about a 25-footer, now off a screen. Shot fake and a dish back to Smith. Shot clock down to 10. Smith gives to Slaughter. Grace to her left, has space, takes the deep 3. In and out as Slaughter drops to 0 of 7 from 3 today. Rebound Oklahoma.
OU, though, has not given her many looks. She's had very few open shots. She's had to really work hard to get to double figures.
And a rarity for the nation's fastest-paced team. Oklahoma slowing it down here with a 10-point lead and 1:05 to go. Chavez to the corner to Lofton, back to Chavez. Shot clock at 10. Chavez on the left wing off a Beers screen to her left. Contested triple, up and short. Rebound, Dow for Mizzou. Quickly back the other way. Shannon into the front court, crosses to her left, gets to the block, elevates from there and scores it. 33 points for Shannon Dow today.
She's just shed people with her dribble penetration today.
44 seconds remaining, Mizzou down 8, not fouling yet. Tigers with no more fouls to give, and Chavez covered tightly by Smith, but Mizzou not trapping or fouling at this point. Trailing by 3 possessions. Chavez gets to the free throw line, backs it out, shoots it from 18 feet, missed it. Rebound, tapped right to an OU player, Sahara Williams, who lays it in.
Beers with the tap, just can't stop her inside.
85-75 OU, 23 seconds to go in the game. Dow in the backcourt. Her season high here by a pretty decent margin. Has the dribble again on the right wing, top of the arc. Reisma, she'll try it from 3 and hit it. 3rd three-pointer for Reisma today. And with 8 seconds to go, Oklahoma will dribble out the clock. So a good effort from Mizzou against the 7th-ranked team in the country will come up 7 points short. And the Sooners win it 85-78. Post-game coming up. This is Mizzou women's basketball on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Your Tigers have 13 free throws totaling $134 in donations from the Bank of Missouri to charity. And a big thank you to all of the Tiger fans for your support today and all season long. You can keep up with our Tigers as they head to the SEC tournament